The arena matches that take place on Kazuwari are seemingly the center point of their culture, and the highlights of the day for the people who live here. Far be it from me to tell people what to behave like or find interest in, though I myself find it somewhat strange and foreign even for the Deadfire, which is saying a lot. They may not be doing something bad, but I don't think that that's all there is to life, the arena. I know this crucible arena attracts people from all over Eora to test themselves for glory and fame. Still, it seems odd to have an entire island devote themselves just to that. Of course, there's farms and fishing going on in order to feed the people here, but beyond that, just a few merchants here and there, and all of it just for the arena. I just really feel that I don't have the time or inclination to devote myself to helping this island. Some of the arena matches really test us, especially that Tyrant of Decay battle, the very first one. Then there was the battle to the death against other Kith. That bothered me. So what is it all for? For me, it's something that I don't care for at all to take part in. I think once we get the Survivor Amulet for the Boar, then we will cut our losses and leave the island. We just have to get this last piece, and then that's that. Though that might be easier said than done. At the least, my group agrees with me. Even Takehu agrees, as he's also not too fond of the culture of this island. Ukaizo and Aothas and a better Eora await, and none of that will happen so long as we remain here. If I want to secure the favor of the surviving face, I will need to endure the ancient statue's demands and find victory in the crucible survivors' challenges. The mountainous area of Kazuwari, known as Tiebi o Waipu, is reportedly home to wild boar or unusual ferocity. If I return to the crucible arena with proof of having endured this trek into the wilds, I should gain the favor of the surviving face. And so we just have the last two, the Seeker and Slayer. One more, and then we can return to the Crucible. Oh, it's over here, on the other side of the bridge, where we were. A long, arid expanse stretches before me, bordered on either side by dry, jagged cliffs. A handful of sharp-leafed trees and scraggly shrubs share the landscape, but the miles are otherwise desolate. In the darkening distance, I make out a faint red glow high among the stony promontories. I use a spyglass. I set my spyglass southwards, towards the distant peaks. Through the lens, I see no reddish light at all. I lower the instrument and the strange illumination reappears. Perhaps it's a natural illusion, some trick of the atmosphere. Thoughts? How about Takehu? I say the gods love a challenge, and there is none better than pushing mortals to their limits. Takehu shields his eyes and scans the horizon. Okay, well, we're going to go through everyone. Thoughts, Adair? Adair frowns down the length of the gorge. Not looking forward to it, but the only way we're getting to the end of the valley is through it. Thoughts, Shodi? Surely this is a test from the gods. Fine, I'll prove my devotion and my endurance anytime. Thoughts, Aloth? Aloth sighs. If you're really asking, I'd just as soon as we didn't. But you're not really asking, are you? Let's press further into the valley. I pick my way among the dry stones and thorny brush. I swipe at stinging insects and scare off hissing lizards. The land itself seems set against us. The valley narrows for a time to the point where only two Kith can walk abreast. That's really narrow. We approach an ancient structure of stacked stones. The stones appear precarious. So, I guess I noticed that with my perception. How about we blast it apart with magic? Let's just continue carefully through. I'll do it. I failed. The island shudders and the rocks fall from the wall. I managed to ward the stones off, but a strike in the arm leaves my wrists throbbing and swollen. I was injured. Check on the glow. I've made some progress down the valley, but the light still seems distant. Ugh, you still with me? Adair. Adair frowns, working on a bandage with dirty fingers. I live yet. At least we're getting close to the end of this place. Press further into the valley. Next time we're going to blast it apart. I continue on, forging ahead against the hostile environment. As we make our way forward, the pebbled earth shifts out from underneath me, plunging me into a hidden crevasse. Aloth grabs me and hauls me back up to solid ground. Wincing, Aloth cradles one arm. He's injured. You still with me, Aloth? Aloth frowns peevishly. That depends. Is there a purpose to this trek? And more importantly, a cool glass of palm wine and a long, warm soak at the end of it? Check on the glow. Made some progress down the valley, but the light still seems distant. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to catch up to the light. It could be like one of those things, just leading to us to our death. Press further into the valley. Continue on, forging ahead against the hostile environment. A wide crevasse opens before us, spanned by a line of old rope. Let's look for another way around. It takes several hours, but we managed to circumvent the gorge. Yeah, I'm just not taking any chances with the stuff we encounter. It's meant to be a test, right? Well, next time I'm blasting any rocks in our way. You still with me, Shoti? Her hands on her hips, panting. Shoti shakes her head. It didn't matter if I had scrapes, bruises, or bones poking out of my skin. Uncle Egbert always told me the same darn thing. Walk it off. So don't you worry about me. I'll keep on going right up until I'm dead. Good to know. I know she's a very determined, fanatical worshipper of the gods. Let's check on the glow. Still seems distant. Still with me, Takehu. Takehu raises his finger to form an answer and then abruptly heaves forward to vomit into the sand between his feet. He blinks up at me and parts his lips in a weary attempt at a smile. Ikara, I'm fine. You? Let's press further into the valley. Continue on, forging ahead against the hostile environment. A boulder blocks a path, and I have to push it out of the way. I succeed, but as it rolls aside, it crushes Aloth's hands. Cradling hands to his chest, Aloth begins to lag behind. Ah, Aloth, you've taken 2 injuries going through here. You still with me, Aloth? Well, he's not doing too well. Smashed hands. Sprained wrists, smashed hands. That's fun. Adair, you still with us? Adair frowns. Working on a bandage with dirty fingers. I lived yet. At least we're getting close to the end of this place. Check on the glow. It seems we've traveled quite far in the valley. It seems to stretch as far behind us as it does ahead. Let's press further. Continue on, forging ahead against the hostile environment. Darkness falls as we continue deeper into the valley. The footing seems even more treacherous in the gloom, and soon enough, Adair slips and falls, head knocking hard against the stone ground. I help my companion up, only to be waved off. I'm fine, but Adair's progress has noticeably slowed. Check on the glow. Well, I don't even see the glow. You still with me, Shoti? Yep, she's still with us. Press further into the valley. I find the valley beyond partitioned off by a veritable wall of dry brambles. Fire ability, burn them. Wish we had a loft. But Shoti can also do that too. Magran's might. Shoti's blaze clears the plants ahead of us, but a flaming branch falls upon my companion. With a groan, my companion resolves to carry on. Shoti was burnt. Serious burn. Check on the glow. Don't seem to see it. I think we're finally almost there. How are you holding out? Shoti? She's still with us. Further into the valley. As we push further towards our goal, what initially seemed like a heavy blush of exertion across Takehu's face grows into an increasingly weeping rash of broken sores. I'll concoct a salve. Oh, Shodi will. It takes time to find the right herbs, but soon Takehu's boils and sores have been soothed. You see the glow? The end of the valley doesn't seem like it could be far off now. Let's press further into the valley. We continue on. Sweat-soaked and utterly exhausted, Takehu begins to lag behind, muttering quietly about putting one foot before the other. Takehu is injured. Fatigue. Check on the glow. Can't be that far now. Press further into the valley. As we trudge along the valley floor, the sun beats down on my party. What's left of it. Shodi's not even with me anymore. Blistering Shodi's skin, I noticed my companion begin to slow behind me. Okay, press further in the valley. Continue on, forging ahead against the hostile environment. When I finally reach the end of the valley, it almost comes as a surprise. The cliffs loom above me, crowned by their faint red illumination, or perhaps that's simply the glow of the setting sun. Check on my group. Though the remainder of my party lags some ways behind, they're more or less keeping pace. Well, supposedly they're coming and I just went ahead, okay? Rope and grappling hook. Throw a grappling hook up. Failure. Sigh. I feel slightly better after sighing. Can I get better enough to heal my injury? Okay, climb the cliff. I failed. After the ordeal that lies behind, the climb up the rock face taxes my dwindling reserves. By the time I reach the top, my muscles ache, my mind swims, and my my vision blurs. Well, you know what? I'm just fatigued. I didn't actually fail climbing it. I'm alone at the top of the promontory when I hear something moving around a nearby rock. Let's wait for the remainder of my party. I resolve not to press on alone, but the rest of the party makes little headway as the sound gets ever nearer. The red glow grows as its source comes into view. A necklace crafted from a shard of vermilion Audra. The necklace hangs from the tusk of one of the largest boars I've ever seen. Well, that's just great. I might die here. It doesn't have to be a fight. The large boar, its quills bristling, snorts and stamps its hoof. Oh great, my cat's with me. Yes, I have that. The beast is taller than I am, and much heavier, all muscle, bone, and tusk. Here, piggy. The boar's eyes narrow as it snorts. I've never seen an expression of greater incredulity on a boar. It stamps on the ground. You look hungry, fella. Here, maybe I've got something you can eat. Its head tilts to the side slightly, ears twitching and snout a quiver, and it cautiously hoofs towards me. Feed the boar Orland's Cradle. You like Orland's Cradle? Everybody likes Orland's Cradle. The boar sniffs at the mushrooms, then eats them out of my hand. Despite its size, the animal is surprisingly gentle. It sniffs at me, seeking more. I'll pet the boar. The boar cringes slightly as I move to scratch it behind the ear, but as I pet it, it relaxes, pressing its head into my palm, softly nuzzling at my belly. Oh, for a giant boar like this, wow. Yeah, I'm still a little scared though. I'll take the necklace from the boar's tusk. This is why we came here, right? The boar blinks quizzically as I remove the necklace from its tusk. Wow, so maybe that was just the test. I didn't have to kill the damn thing. The wispy, shimmering form of an Toamowhai approaches me cautiously, their posture crouched and wary. Numerous scars and burns dot the soul's lanky limbs, but their face is a diffuse blur, devoid of defined cheekbones and jaws.
An Toamowhai soul. Do you see him? Or her? Them?
Yes?
Soul that may live.
Huh. The figure gesticulates as if to speak, but only distorted fragments reach my senses. I encountered another of your kind after dealing with the Stelgar in the Lowveld.
The slaying face, the embodiment of Toamowhai's passion for the kill.
It actually responded to me.
Learn from that relic. Grow as hard as it, that you may live to restore the crucible.
The figure lurches forward, its posture urgently pleading, but no words are spoken, and the form dissipates into nothing.
Well, that happened.
You know what? I really hate that saying. So what the hell are you saying? You're just using words to cover a silent awkwardness? Were you able to understand it any better than I was?
I speak spirit, not crazy.
Sometimes that's synonymous.
It's like it was reaching out from somewhere far away.
Any idea who it was?
Hard to say. The surviving face, perhaps, or a soul connected to it.
Let's
I'll
go.
bet we learn more by completing the trials.
Well, we have, but we're really gonna need to rest. I say we rest here before moving on. Well, there's a friendly boar here, so don't really have to worry about any animals attacking. I don't think anything's gonna be bothering that boar, so we'll rest. For everybody that's injured, take an ale. Oh, there's only so many. Find a deer and ale. Here, for you. Rest. Good ale. Okay. I think we have everything that we need then. Let's return to the Crucible. Back out through that valley. But this time it's night, so... Well, actually... No, it's a burial site this way. Continue going. A tomb rises from the earth before us. Its stone exterior is well wrought and decorated with reliefs of Tangaloa and Ngati. It likely houses the body of someone important to a local Huana tribe. Search the location. 2 hours pass. Gained 2 turquoise. Put it in our stash. Keep searching the location. 2 hours pass. 3 Andra Tara. Keep searching. 4 hours pass. Nothing of value. Keep searching. 3 hours pass. A sigil of atrophy wardstone. We rummage through the whole burial site. There's nothing left but the dead. So there's only one thing left on the island, and that's this encampment. And to get there, we'd have to get out the other side of the Crucible, I take it, because there's no way to get there from this side. Yeah, I have to go through the Crucible to get to it. So, we've gotten what the many-faced god, the Slayer, the Stelgar, the Seeker, wanted. You tasted what the arena expects of you. Do not disappoint. Okay. Mari,
Contender.
I've retrieved an artifact sacred to the faces of the hunt.
Excellent. Place it in the pool of memories, as you did with the bloodied knife during your rite of passage.
Alright.
Will do.
Each one. So, Crimson Crystal, Cinder Shard, and then the last one, the Cinder Shard. Oh wow, there's a lot of things that they offer. So are these all... These are all the challenges in the arena? The Beasts of the Slayer, Secret Spot. So each one is for... This is way too much. It's almost like they want me to devote my life to being here. Perhaps they do. Who knows if I'll be able to leave if I do become a champion of this place. I think it's time we go. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.